There is no way I'm ever going to be able to get married or have kids.
Kind of a lot of pussies. You're being little pussies. No, like, grow up.
You have a bunch of single girlfriends in your early 30s, and it's so fun. It's the best.
No one told me about how lonely I was gonna be.
What are you waiting for? Your girlfriend to be born?
Welcome to Rational Bro, where we sip logic, roast illusion, and dodge red flags like it's a full-time job. If you're tired of dating advice from people who think vibes pay the bills, hit that like, drop a comment, and subscribe, because someone's gotta keep it real. Might as well be your bro. Let's dive in.
Why am I still meeting men in their 30s, pushing 40, and they're like, I'm not ready to have a girlfriend yet. I'm not ready for a surgery.
What are you waiting for? Your girlfriend to be born?
If a man is pushing 40 and still saying he is not ready for a relationship, he's not confused. He's comfortable. He's got options, freedom, and peace.
Girls with best friends that are guys.
Run away.
That a red flag?
I agree with that. I don't think a girl should have a guy's best friend and a guy should not have a girl's best
What
friend.
if it-
A shoulder to cry on becomes a dick to ride on.
Yo,
Quote that.
tell her.
A man. A man.
If I have a guy best friend, you should probably grow a set. No, it's not. Don't stop being insecure. I should have a guy best friend. Stop being insecure.
I have a guy best friend, so I don't know why.
But if I did and I had a boyfriend, them. They should not stop being insecure.
Do you feel like that's very controlling of a guy to do that?
Yes.
No, because if he had a girl best friend, you'd be like,
That's
fuck off.
totally different because a guy, all he does is think with his dick.
Exactly. So your guy best friend is thinking with his dick, so cut him off.
Whatever you say.
Did she really interrupt them just to say that? If she has a guy best friend, that's not your competition. That's your replacement. Wake up. That's not insecurity. That's self-respect.
If I continue living my life the way I live my life right now, there is no way I'm ever going to be able to get married or have kids. Because first of all, I don't leave the damn house unless I'm going to Harris Teeter or Target or Pilates. You know who's not at those places at the same time that I'm at those places? Men that are providers, men that are literally eligible suitors. With the variables in the equation right now, none of that is adding up to possible husband. What do I do, you guys? Like, I refuse to go on dating apps. I'm way too paranoid for that. I think it's unsafe. I think if you're a man on a dating app, you're already a cheater. I hate you. I can't meet someone through mutual friends. I have like my two close friends. They're international. At this point, do I just need to ask my parents to start matchmaking? Like, I want to get married in the next 5 to 10 years. With that being said, like, how are we gonna make it happen, babe? How are we gonna make it happen? Even if I were to be engaged or have a man, like, you need to go to work every single day. Like, I don't want you in my space all the time. You also need to have your own bathroom. I just have a lot of requirements, and I just don't know if the requirements add up to a real person. What do I do? Do I have to find a man through social media? Do I need to shoot my shot? I feel like that's going to make the entire relationship start out on the wrong foot. It's going to imbalance the entire power dynamic. I don't know what to do, you guys. Help.
This is what happens when modern women hit that crossroads between fantasy and reality. They want a high-value man to magically appear between Pilates and Target runs, without ever being seen, approached, or spoken to. And let's not ignore the logic. Men on dating apps are cheaters. I hate you. But where's my husband? Ma'am, you've eliminated 99% of the ways people actually meet and then complain that you're single like it's some great cosmic mystery. You want marriage, but not the work, compromise, or exposure it requires. You want connection without vulnerability and a husband without risk.
Excuse me, would you rather $100 or to go out on a date with me?
Oh my God, seriously?
Yes.
This cannot be true.
Yes.
One of those?
Yeah.
On a date with you?
Yeah.
No, I'm fine. I'll take the money.
When a guy doesn't like me and I'm like, what the fuck? Why doesn't he like me? Like, his loss. But then when a guy does like me, I'm like, there's something seriously wrong with this man. What is it that he hates about himself so much that he thinks I'm the best he can? Me? No. Keep moving, buddy.
That mindset isn't empowerment, it's deflection. A healthy relationship starts when both sides respect each other, not mock each other for showing interest. If every good man who shows you love is suspicious, maybe the issue isn't the men.
I just have to say, I remember why I stopped, like, dating, like, actively dating on Hinge and all those f***ing stupid apps and just, like, putting myself out there. Because guess what? Okay, everyone has said, like, no, the women need to, like, do more these days. Like, okay, that's already, like, f***ing weird to me, but I guess. So I have been, all right? I've been meeting people. I've been going on the dates. I've been giving people the benefit of the f***ing doubt. But you know what I'm sick of? Giving men the benefit of the doubt. I think giving men the benefit of the doubt is a f***ing excuse to keep you, like, in something that you know is not right for you and you know that you are better, you know? Like, I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt. Like, why? Why? Seriously, I really believe, and I'm really going to hold out for the kind of love or, you know, my person to like show interest right away, to not be a f***ing douchebag. And when I'm like trying to keep conversation going, and you know, I'm setting you up to ask me a question and you don't, like, how much more can a woman give? Okay, we're done. Okay, so the men that are just like sitting back and like, the women should take charge and do this, like we are, and you're still being pussies. So what do you want from us? Seriously, I'm so over it. Like, matched with a few people on Hinge, and like I'm seriously setting them up to ask me questions, and they're just not. They're just coming back with statements like, okay, cool, like I'm done. Like, what do you want? What are you doing? Why are you here? What are you doing on this app? And what the are you doing liking me? And then not like asking me questions and like pretending like you actually were the one that liked me. Like, oh my God, I crept your Instagram and I wanted to see if you were a fit for me, and I was apparently a fit for you first. So what the is going on? Why am I trying harder? No, I'm sick of it, y'all. And I feel like all women, like, stop. Don't listen to these idiots on the internet saying like, no, the women have to try harder. No, we are. You guys are just not getting hints. And I don't know how to tell you that you guys are really kind of a lot of pussies. You're being little pussies. No, like, grow up. Seriously.
Ladies, if you're setting up questions and he's not responding how you want, maybe, just maybe, he's not interested. And that's okay. Not every match is a marriage proposal, but here's the real issue. Modern dating has turned into a blame game. You downloaded the app, you swiped, you messaged, and now you're mad because men didn't jump through hoops? This woman isn't looking for love. She's looking for control. She's not dating. She's vetting men like employees and melting down when they don't give her customer service. You claim you're doing all the work, but you're not showing up with peace, femininity, or grace. You're showing up with expectations and rage.
31-year-old here. Something really funny that happens at 30 is that those people who have been dating someone for a majority of their 20s and who don't get married between 25 and 29, most of the time break up with that person at 30 or 29, 30. So like she said, if you are in your mid-20s and you're watching people from 25 to 29 get married and you're like, oh my God, what about me? Take your time, like, chill, but also just wait. Because at 29, the breakups start happening and they're beautiful because you see them coming 2 years down the road. Like, it's not like they're suddenly breaking up. It's like, hey, we've been talking about this for like 2 years now, and like you guys are clearly unhappy, and you're also sort of floating the idea of getting engaged. Why would you do that? And then they break up, and then you have a bunch of single girlfriends in your early 30s, and it's so fun. It's the best. It's the best. I can't recommend it enough. And you will no longer care. I have more single girlfriends at 31, going on 32, of a ton of friends who are like a few years older than me, than I had at 29. And that's just life. That's just the reality of the situation. So just hold on. Just wait. And you'll see. And then I've said this, and I'll say it a million times more, there will be a divorce wave coming of those people who did get married between 25 and 29, and they just married whoever they were dating. And then you have a whole new batch of people, men really, who are pre-trained. And I can't wait, personally. I think it's going to start happening in the next few years. I think 35 to 39 is when the divorce wave is going to come, but I would love to hear from someone in their 40s. When does that exactly? When can we expect that?
This is what happens when society tells women to chill through their 20s, waste their prime years on vibes, and then act like it's empowering to start over at 31. You had nearly a decade with a man, and now breaking up at 30 is fun? What you're really saying is, I didn't get what I wanted, but now I get to trauma bond with my single friends over wine and Instagram quotes. And the kicker? You're not just predicting a breakup wave, you're excited about a divorce wave. Ladies, if your plan is to pass on good men in your 20s, waiting for the married ones to fail, and then expect commitment at 35 plus, reality is going to hit harder than the wine bill at your next girls' trip.
Everyone has a freaking boyfriend except me.
Do you date boys?
No.
Do you talk to boys?
No.
Are you on dating apps?
Yes.
Oh, so like you're talking to boys there?
No, I just stare.
I match with this guy, right? We're having a good conversation. It moves to Instagram. We have mutuals. Awesome. He's swiping up to my stories, responding. We end up having a really good conversation for a long time. And he says, I have to go to bed, but let's continue this conversation later. I'm like, great. I send him a meme, whatever. We talk a little bit. And then I say, hey, want to go out sometime this week? I've been left on scene for a week. What did I misread? What did I do wrong?
Yeah, good. Life find love this year.
I did everything they said that was going to make me happy. I built a career. I got my own place. I went on solo trips like a pro, the best hotels, flying business, you name it, right? The works. And I stayed independent, but no one told me about how lonely I was going to be on those trips. Being successful looks really good on the outside, but and I'm proud of everything that I did. Don't get me wrong. Like, alhamdulillah, I'm very proud of all of my accomplishments, but it was very lonely. I feel very lonely all the time. Success doesn't check in on you when you're spiraling at home. Doesn't check in with you when you're having a bad day. Doesn't check in with you when or just when you miss your family back home. Don't get me wrong. Being strong got me very far in my career, and I'm very proud of everything that I've done, but I'm done pretending that I'm okay, because I'm not.
The truth no one told her is that success doesn't hug you when you're crying or hold you when life hits hard. A career won't chase you, protect you, or grow old with you. This is the hidden cost of the you go girl lifestyle that social media worships. They teach women to trade companionship for accomplishments, then leave them to suffer in silence when the lights go off.
Go on dates with men, but wear body glitter. Go on dates with men, but bring pepper spray. Go on dates with men, but don't let him pick you up. Go on dates with men, but text all of your friends his information and where you're going and your location. Go on dates with men, but make sure you're not drinking. Can you see why this might feel a tad exhausting? And for the men who are watching this and the rage is already bubbling up inside of you, imagine every time you had to go on a date with a woman, you had to be put in a small room with a wasp. Not all wasps. Not all wasps sting. Or even better, you had to have a tick put on your skin. Not all ticks carry Lyme disease. Now imagine that after you were stung by a wasp, you were asked questions such as, what did you do to antagonize said wasp? Or, oh, you were allergic to wasps? How was the wasp or the tick supposed to know that? Trust. I'd really love for this not to be the case. I really would. But given that 1 in 3 women experience violence from men, makes a little less likely for us to want to spend time with wasps or ticks.
Basically, go on a date, but assume he's a criminal until proven otherwise. Imagine telling men, take her out, pay for dinner, and then pray she doesn't accuse you of anything afterward. That's what the masculine side of dating looks like today. You're not dating someone with optimism. You're surviving someone with suspicion. And we wonder why men are leaving the dating market in droves.
Are you single?
Yeah.
Why do you think that is?
Because no one likes me. I mean, if someone did, I have a better chance.
Why do you think no one likes you?
Because I'm drinking every weekend and I'm with the girls, as you can see. I mean, one of them's got a boyfriend because he's over there with her. Bless him.
Would you want a relationship?
Absolutely.
If you know the issue, why not improve them for a relationship?
Because I'm not letting anyone break my heart for the second time. I'm not letting anyone break my heart again. I'd rather get drunk. Alcohol hurts less than heartbreak, so I'd rather drink.
Talk to me about your last breakup. How'd that happen?
Because they didn't appreciate me as much as I appreciate them.
Were you doing everything?
Yeah.
What other qualities do you think you have now that will make you a good wife?
I mean, I can't cook, so that shit. I mean, literally, I'd do anything for anyone. It's embarrassing. I'm at the point where, literally, I would do anything for anyone, and they take advantage of it.
What is it that they're actually doing in the relationship that makes you feel unappreciated?
Ask them. Ask my ex.
I don't know him.
No, it was a girl, the most recent one, mate.
Oh, so
The most recent one was a girl. And you ask her and she will tell you, I appreciate the out of her, worship the ground that she'd walk on, and she didn't give a
You want love, but you're numbing the pain with alcohol and blaming others for the hurt they caused. That heartbreak still owns you, and until you heal it, no one else can hold space in your life. Saying I'd do anything for anyone isn't love, it's self-abandonment. Real men aren't looking for someone who's broken and bleeding out. They're looking for a partner who's done the healing. You don't become a wife by being loyal to people who treat you poorly. You become one by choosing better and becoming better. Pain is part of the story, but staying stuck in it? That's a choice.
So I've been on Tinder for 2 days. I fucking hate it. What do you mean I'm messaging a stranger? Why would I do that? I barely message my friends. How was your day? I don't know you! Oh yeah, I'm just eating fucking spaghetti bolognese for dinner. I don't care! Who the fuck are you? Oh, just ask me out or don't bother. I don't know. I don't want to know you until I know you. Does that make sense? Like, I don't want to know you until I know you. And then they get cut when you don't message them back. I'm like, I'm sorry, but this is boring. I'm better in person. I selected that prompt. I'm not going to message you. I don't know who you are. I'm going to be single forever. Ow, hot.
Online dating can feel awkward, forced, even soulless. But let's keep it real. Tinder isn't the problem. Expectations are. You're saying just ask me out, but that's like skipping the handshake and asking for marriage. Most men do want to approach, but in today's world, even saying hi can be labeled creepy. So when a guy sends a message, even if it's basic, he's at least trying. Dating takes effort on both sides, not just vibes and rants. But the only way to find something real is to meet effort with grace, not attitude.
Men love mean girls. They don't like nice girls. They don't want a good woman. They say left and right that they do. They don't. They do not. They like mean girls. They like women who don't like them back. They like women who are mean to them. Because when they have a woman who's right in front of them that wants to settle down, wants to, like, you know, be a wife, whatever it is, the whole traditional thing, they sabotage it and they go run to the woman who literally does not play by the rules and like spit in his face and told him that I don't want him anymore. I'm being serious. I'm telling you, because I'm in the friend zone and they're running to the girls that are spitting in their faces and saying that I don't want them anymore. So this is the perspective from the nice girl, the good girl that got friend zoned, walked all over. They love bitches. They like mean girls.
Do men actually love mean girls? Not really. They're just attracted to confidence and boundaries, and mean girls fake both. Being wifey material doesn't mean much if you don't know your worth. Men don't commit because you want a relationship. They commit when they know you won't wait forever. So no, men don't love being disrespected. Want to win? Be kind, not a pushover. Available but not desperate.
It kind of is about the money. Because if it's not, what are we doing? If you can't provide for yourself, you cannot provide for me. If you don't have the life you desire on your own, obviously you can't provide that for me. Do you get what I'm saying? Here I am providing the lifestyle that I want for myself, and I need someone who's going to match that or up-level that, like as a woman, because I know what I bring to the table. Everyone's like, what do you bring to the table? That's poverty speaking. Poverty makes men say, what do you bring to the table? Because they don't have enough on their own. That's the honest truth. Somebody that has enough on their own will never say that. And I'm not just talking about money. I'm talking about like peace of mind, security, confidence, all the things. But when you don't have those things and you're in survival mode, you're looking to gain something. As a woman, I know what I'm giving. So what I'm gaining from you, yeah, it's going to have to upgrade my lifestyle.
You want a man who upgrades your lifestyle? Cool. Just don't confuse being an asset with being an accessory. What do you bring to the table? Isn't hate? It's due diligence. You don't ask for equity in a business without showing value. Bringing peace and high standards? Great. But monks bring peace too, and they're not asking for yachts. A man with money does care what you bring, because that table, it was built with stress, sacrifice, and years of taking L's. It's about love when it's his money, but when it's yours, suddenly it's about standards. Ladies, it's fine to want more. Just don't be shocked when men start asking for receipts. Think on that.
To the man who just came by and talked us up and was really cute, your name's Tom. You build surf wave branches. Why didn't you ask for my number? Was it me?
No.
Did I say something? Because I'm adorable and funny.
It's true.
What's going on? I hope TikTok finds him and sends this to him. Tom.
Come on, Tom.
Come on, Tom.
Come on.
You were cute. We had Hawaii in common. I don't understand. I gave you a coffee. We had an extra coffee. That's how this whole thing started. The fuck?
Why didn't you ask for his number? You gave him a coffee, had a cute chat, found common ground, and then froze. Ladies, it's 2025. You can launch a business from your phone. Is asking a man for his number too risky? Tom probably walked away thinking, well, she's cute, but maybe she's just not that into it. Reality check. Men aren't mind readers. And they're tired of trying to decode vibes. Closed mouths don't get dates. You missed the layup because you were waiting for a man to dunk.
I got ghosted by my situationship, so this is what I did when he came back. I had been seeing this guy that I met on Tinder for about like a month or so, and after our last day, which was about like a month ago, he never texted me again. Thing was, like, he was always the one who texted me first. He almost sort of like love bombed me throughout the whole time that we were actually dating. So for the first time, I'm the first one who texts after the date, and He doesn't respond. After 24 hours of being undelivered, I come to the conclusion that I am being ghosted. So I take the L and I'm like, okay, I just got ghosted. Ghosting is so disrespectful because if you're not interested anymore, you can just tell me. That he was still like watching my stories and stuff. You were not responding, like you were literally ghosting me, and then you're liking my things on Instagram. What is wrong with you? And when they say they come back, they mean it, because the day after Valentine's Day, which is curious, right? The timing, he texts me finally. And firstly, the text he sent me is so cringy. He had never talked to me like this. He was like, "How's it been, Buttercup? Why are you calling me that? That's so weird." All my friends were like, "Do not respond, do not text him back." But I thought, okay, he was so disrespectful that I want to get revenge. I decided to make him feel as irrelevant as I felt when he ghosted me. I replied to him pretending I had gone on a date with someone else the night prior. The actual guy's name is Jerry, and I replied back to him saying, "Hey Van, thank you so much for the date yesterday night. Like, you're such a great dancer." He read the text immediately and he doesn't respond. So like 5 minutes and I make it like even worse. So I'm like, "Hey, thought this was Van. I'm sorry. Is this Anthony from yoga class?" Again, he left me on read, but like, do I care? I just wanted him to feel irrelevant. Like, you can't have access to me anymore.
Well, now he feels very relevant. If you have to pretend you're in high demand just to get a man's attention, you're not winning. You're auditioning for a role in your own delusion. He ghosted you after love bombing. That's not a mystery. That's a red flag parade. But instead of moving on like a queen, you texted back just to play mind games. Plot twist, he still doesn't care. Remember, the best revenge isn't a fake date or a staged text. It's indifference. Because nothing says I've leveled up like forgetting his name for real.
I just realized that I've never heard a guy say that they want to meet cute. Girls, we want to meet cute. And a meet cute is when you meet someone in person. It's a cute scenario that happens, and that's how you meet your person. We want that. We yearn for that. Deep down, every girl wants that. But do guys even care about that? And that is the biggest downfall of social media dating, is we don't get that. Do guys actually yearn for a meet cute? Do guys want to meet in person? Because I think men don't care anymore. Men barely approach anymore in person. So I'm really thinking that they really just don't give a shite about that, which is such a shame. I think that's part of the magic of meeting someone. It's that spontaneity. It's that, oh, it's so exciting. And you get to describe how you met to people. I just imagine having kids one day and then being like, "So how did you meet Dad?" "Well, he thought they looked mighty fine on Tinder, so we swiped right." Ugh. Oh, the worst. I would just make up a whole story at that point, but that's even more depressing, because it's not even true.
Let's be real. Approaching in person today feels like trying to disarm a bomb with a blindfold. Half the time, we're told to be confident and shoot our shot. The other half, we're told not to make anyone uncomfortable by daring to say hi. Do guys care about real, magical connection? Of course. But we're also living in a time where saying "excuse me" gets side-eyed. So the real tragedy isn't that men don't want meet cutes. It's that we're just too afraid the cute part will end with security being called for harassment. You've made it to the end of the video. If you feel the struggle, like, subscribe, and drop your wildest hello gone wrong moments.